So, Cat Williams, did you feel pressure to publicly reconcile, or because the culture wanted closure, or was that personal for you?
No, me and Cat have been we've reconciled.
How long ago?
Prior. I'll say probably like maybe 8 months ago.
What brought that?
Maybe.
On? How did that happen? Because everybody knows the infamous Club Shay Shay interview. Plus, he been taking shots at you for years, yes. Right? What happened?
Cat and I had a conversation. A private conversation between me and Cat. But the baseline was like, we're older. This is years and years and years of. There's no reason why we shouldn't, like, figure out a world of compromise where we can get along and we can give the fan base something different with us, something that's unexpected, and figure out a way to work together, right? Figure out a way to fucking bring the comedy minds that we both have and put them at the table and do shit. Cat thought it was a fucking time to do it, as did I. Shook hands. Great conversation, great dialogue. The first thing that came up, of course, was the roast. When the opportunity for the roast came up, reached out to Cat. It'd be dope as if you did it. Cat said, we just got in a good space. Kev, if I do it, I'm going to do it. I said, have at it. Cat had at it. And our conversations are private. Like, that's another thing too, man. I'm not big on running to the microphone and telling personal business. Like, be a fucking adult. Be an adult. Go call the person. Go call whatever, whomever. Have a conversation.
I'm calling Cap. Welcome back to the channel. So, if you weren't aware, Kevin Hart had a roast not too long ago. He had all kinds of celebrities and comedians roasting him. It was his GOAT roast because Kevin Hart is a GOAT, and I agree. Yeah, he's a GOAT in the comedic lane. Whether you find him funny or not, what he's done over the course of his career is legendary. Cat Williams was at his roast. If you didn't see it, you should check it out. There's been a lot of people that have been shitting on the roast, for many different reasons. Jokes that was told that I guess rubbed people the wrong way. A lot of people didn't think that the roast was that funny. I thought that the roast has high points and it has some low points. I watched the entire thing, and it was like 2-3 hours long. But I enjoy comedy. So Cat Williams was there, and there's been a long beef between Cat and Kevin. That's documented. But the reason why I'm calling Cap on this is he said that. Again, this is just my opinion. It's irrelevant. But he said he and Cat had a conversation about 8 months ago, and they squashed it about 8 months ago. And I guess he hit Cat up to do the roast. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, watching the roast, Cat came out because Regina Hall introduced Cat after her set, and he came out as if he was a surprise. So I don't know if that was just an act. Kevin was playing like he didn't know Cat was there, because he just said that he called Cat, or they talked, and they said, okay, the roast is coming. If you want to do the roast, it would be a good idea. It would be dope, and you can just do you. Don't hold nothing back. No punches pulled. No holds barred. But then watching the roast, he acted like he didn't expect Cat to be there. So that's what's making me think that this might be a little cap. Another reason, and this video is like 5 minutes and 17 seconds long. It's from the Breakfast Club, but the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. It's like my confidant. Go subscribe to the Art of Dialogue and tell them Criscoe Fontaine sent you. I don't think I'm gonna watch this whole clip. I will link this down below in the description. When Cat was done with his set, if you didn't watch the roast, Cat was gonna just like walk off the stage, like he was done, and Kevin stopped him because he had a mic. He made sure to have a mic in his hand, and he stopped him and was basically like, this is our time now to put all the bullshit behind us, and let's make a truce right now and all of that, whatever. He said his little soliloquy, and Cat embraced him, and they hugged or whatever, dapped it up, and Cat walked off. He didn't say, I accept it, we good. Cat didn't say anything else after he was done with his set. So that's kind of making me think that it was live, I believe, at the time. I didn't watch it live, but it was live at the time. He had Katt on the hot seat, as you know, said the bright lights is on, and it would have been a bad look for Katt to be like, "No, hell no, I'm not. I ain't squashing nothing." That's horrible. That was a horrible Katt impression. But that would have been a horrible time for him to do that. You know, Katt has had this problematic tag stigma on him for the longest. So for him to come out and just be like, "Nah, Kevin Hart is trying to bury the hatchet," and Katt is just like, "Nah, we beefing forever." I don't believe it. And at the end of the roast, if you watch long enough, Kevin did his set basically where he was going at everybody, and he made it to be known. He said something basically like, people talk about him not being a good actor, but the whole entire time that he was, saying all the nice things about Katt, he was acting the whole entire time. So I'll call him slight bitty cap on this one, Kevo. But let's see what else he has to say real quick.
After that conversation is had, that's y'all business. Me and Katt's business is ours. We are in a good spot, thankfully, finally. And it's a good feeling when you can say, like, you've put the problems of old behind you. Mm-hmm. Like, once again, 46, I'll be 50 soon. Dang. That's half your life, man. That's half of a life coming up. Granted, I get there, then you got another half. How are you trying to live your life? Like, what are you looking for in life? Anger and negativity is just that. The shit gets tiring after a while. I'm in a place of calm, peace. And if it's not that, it just doesn't deserve my attention. And I say that humbly, respectfully. Like, I don't see that shit, because I don't go looking for it.
I agree. I agree with that. I do. And nobody really likes beef. Well, the media likes beef. Nobody really likes beef. I don't think really people wanted to see Drake and Kendrick beefing. It cultivated some music that, in my opinion, was dope in that moment, but just within the culture, right? We've seen how beefs can translate over to some other stuff, and I've seen just recently these different comedians, whether it's Ari Spears and Corey Holcomb, the Wayans and Ari Spears, Kev and Katt, the whole Kings of Comedy, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Cat Williams called out everybody. So to see all this beef in the comedic lane is crazy as hell. So no, we don't necessarily want to see that beef per se, unless it's going to translate to like you doing a whole special about this comedian, and then this comedian doing a whole special about you on some, on wax type of ish. And if y'all can leave it to the jokes, then that would be dope. But, beef just for the sake of beef, and y'all, these niggas is 40 plus, like he just said, 50, 60 years old. What y'all old asses beefing for? It's crazy as hell. Man, there's no way I would be a prominent figure and I'm knocking on 40's door and I'm beefing with. I'm not beefing with nobody at an elevated age. That don't even make sense, man. People, y'all got high cholesterol. Y'all got to worry about trying to get down. And you worrying about beefing with somebody? Let's see what else he has to say real quick, and then I'm going to wrap this up.
See, I hear you saying all that positive shit now, but you couldn't wait to get that microphone to get the last word at that roast. And you had some balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way.
You couldn't wait to tell everybody he'd be lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's my truth.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my truth.
It's fucking... I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say, what I said, and let everybody else say, okay, have at it. At the end of the day, I'm still a fucking comic, and I'm good at what I do. So, hey, man, I'm going to put material together in the set. I'm going to take shots at everybody, but it's also fun.
I did find it interesting that y'all did it there, because Katt spent so much time criticizing Hollywood, criticizing the Hollywood system, criticizing you as a plant, but then he decided to show up to the Netflix roast. Because to me, I'm like, well, damn, did you believe any of the stuff that you told everybody?
I think that, and I'm not even going to say, because it's me speaking for Katt, so I'm not going to speak for Katt. During the time of Katt's interview and all things were said, okay, that's Katt in his bag of conversation, right? People aren't dumb. Like, what is a plant?
Now we know what a plant is, Kev. We know what a plant is. I'm not gonna say that Kevin is a plant. I don't think Kevin is a plant. I do think that Kevin might have took a deal though, because if you go back to, I I came across Kevin Hart in Paper Soldiers. If you've never seen Paper Soldiers, go watch Paper Soldiers. It's a cult classic. Kevin was funny in Paper Soldiers, but he was like, it was effortless. He didn't seem like he was trying to be funny. Somewhere along the lines, where Kevin got this bad rap of being unfunny, and I don't think Kevin is unfunny. I think he's safe funny to a degree. Um, Somewhere down that line, you kind of sort of see a change, and I think it was mainly him becoming more commercialized, and maybe there's some envy there, and I'll wrap this up. I'll link the rest of this down below in the description. I think there's a little bit of envy that Katt might have towards Kevin, because maybe he looks at Kevin, and he kind of said it in his soliloquy at the roast. Everything that Kevin has done, Katt felt like he should have had those opportunities. And who's to say that Kevin or Katt couldn't have done what Kevin has done? I don't think so. I think that there's two distinct styles, and what Kevin can do, if we're talking acting or in the movies, I don't think Katt could do that. And what Katt can do, I don't think Kevin. Like, Kevin couldn't play Money Mike. You can see him playing Money Mike, but you couldn't. I don't know if you could see Katt playing alongside The Rock in all they movies that they be doing. So both are needed in comedy, in my opinion, and it will be dope to see Katt and Kevin collabing in the future to do something. I just don't think that we're ever going to see that, because I think these two niggas don't like each other still. But if you have anything to say about this down below in the comments, let me know. Let's have a conversation. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. I do appreciate you for watching as usual. See you on the next one.